Dude, I'm trying to go after. So I'm getting back into 90s, and I'm trying to go back after that 25 and just continuously drill that until like the cows come home. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, dude, why did I just like consecutively do pickle fork for so long? Because right now I'm struggle busting. So don't
Yeah, dude.
expect me to be like an amazing shot right now.
Oh, it's so windy here, dude. I'm just pulling up and shooting. I'm not even like really aiming. It's just whenever the bands ain't flapping, I'm releasing.
Yeah, I just missed that 25 so bad. Drifting Flies is in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude? One thing I do have to do to this catch box is I've on the 40s. I put like a real big stiffener, some like the big heavy tubes I got to keep the tubes from rotting in the sun. I covered them up with the big tubes. Well, what that
Yeah.
does, it don't give it a whole lot of give. So if I hit that 40 solid, it'll spit the dang ball right out. It won't even hit the backstop. It'll just spit the ball out. It's crazy.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I got to take that off. But other than that, see what I'm gonna do.
That was just like a curve ball. I'm shooting clay today. It's not working in my favor.
Let's
See,
do
we
this.
got happy birthday, Mrs. Bam from taking
Happy
shots.
birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Bam. We got you. What's this?
Insert name. What's up, Nathan? How you doing? Knuckles, how you doing? Oh, Knuckles, I found out that my slingshot should be here tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna just take this one out.
Hawk, what's going on?
What's up, Weston?
Ah, 25, got it.
There we go. That's much better.
This thing rip?
Dude, I haven't even shot or anything.
Dude, I'm relatively cold too. I've been out all day, which typically that's how my lives go anyway. Start shooting cold and
Yeah.
just warm up as the live goes.
You'll
Oh,
probably hear the wind whipping around, but I'm sorry, ain't nothing I can do about it.
no, it's always like that here. The wind whips across my porch so bad it's ridiculous. Dude, I'm telling you, man. If you guys are like preparing for ECST and you're like a heavy pickle fork shooter and you're like, oh, I want to shoot with a 90 again, just be prepared to suck for a couple of days.
Dude, I can shoot with a pickle fork for 10 minutes. It screws my shooting up for a week. I'm not even kidding.
Dude, I started shooting the Magpie again, and it's been blowing my mind how much different it is shooting a pickle fork. I got so used to pickle fork, and now I'm sitting here shooting the Magpie. I'm like, this is a whole different playing field.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps telling me like, oh, you should go to like a 65 or a 70 with your long draw, and I'm like, no, I just need to suck it up and suck for a couple of days and then fix my problem.
Yeah, like I mean, if that's what you were used to as a 90 before, that's probably what I'd go back to. But
Smacking that
there we
25
go.
again.
What's up, Patrick?
Oh,
Carlos?
and then I missed. Patrick in the house.
Insert name here. OmegaSlingsUSA.com. Hawk just put it up there. Look at that. Read my mind.
Oh, insert name is my buddy Nathan. We actually do gun shows together. I've told you this, Nathan. Just get a slingshot already.
Just grab it. Take it.
Just grab one. Shoot, I'll bring you one. We got a gun show this weekend. I'll bring you one.
There you go.
Wait, are you going to be at that one, Nathan? You going to be at Chantilly
Massachusetts. He said, bring me one to Massachusetts, yo.
next week? Massachusetts next week. What's in Mass? Oh, that's right. Okay. Oh, I'm missing so bad.
I'm actually
Oh,
doing all right. I'm not like breaking the mold or anything, but
save on the shipping. Not Chantilly. I'll be. Oh, okay. All right.
I gotta go lean them knock downs forward so they don't fall over so easy. The wind's blowing right into them, and
Dude, I'm already in love with a dime bag, and I haven't even put it in my hand yet.
ooh, that's too much. There we go.
Oh yeah, JB, did you see that dime bag get dime bag guitar themed slingshot that Knuckles made?
Yeah, it's pretty sick, dude.
Right?
It is sick.
Oh, that was way low. My band's just. I've had these bands on here so long, I'm waiting for them to destroy, but they haven't. About a
Appreciate
thousand
it,
shots later.
Carlos.
Oh, I finally found me some blue barrels. There's a guy down the road over here that's selling them for $20 a piece. I'm gonna pick up two.
Yeah, yeah, that's about what they usually go for, $20 to $25 a piece. But you can find them sometimes, like car washes, restaurants, and stuff like that will have them, and you can
Yeah,
get them away a lot cheaper. But they don't always have them either. You know.
yeah. I noticed that too. I actually stopped. I stopped by Walmart and kind of just like perused around back. There was nothing there. Hawk, I am a huge Pantera fan. It's been my favorite band since I was like 3 years old.
Ah, come on,
To be more
got a
specific, I'm
double.
a huge music fan.
I don't know what happened there. That one was high.
I would never be able to do that again in my life. Look at this. I caught the ball inside the pouch, like it just kind of tossed in there, and now it's just stuck
I've done that. I've done that. Yeah.
there. Gotta love pit pouches, man. Pit
One
pouches.
time I was getting it like this, getting it in my fingers, and I shot it up in the air, and I let go of the pouch and stopped, and it went right back in the pouch, dude. I mean, it went up like 5, 10 feet.
Dude, it's crazy the kind of weird stuff you see when you shoot so much.
Yep. Yeah, dude,
Do
I
I
got to
like
do
Rick
something about those
James?
40s.
No. Okay, so the smallest target that you said you're going to run into at ECST, what was the size of that?
40 millimeter on the knockdowns, and then um, as far as the animals go, the Tweety bird is about double the size of one of those small rams you get in the little steel packs from Amazon. You
Oh,
have
fresh cups in the house.
the turkey, the chicken, the boar, and the ram's about this big. Well, double that. That's about the size of a bird. It's about the size of a real mockingbird. If you were shooting a
Oh,
real
okay.
mockingbird.
So I don't know if you can see it. Hold on. Let me just see that ram right
Yep,
there. That's the little ram out of the pack.
yep. About one and a half of those is about the size of that target.
Oh, snap. So if I just start shooting that, I should be fine.
Yeah, but the downside to it is they put it up in the air at weird angles and really far away. You know, they're never
Yeah.
easy. Or if they're not really far away at a hard angle, they have a bunch of brush in the way, so you got to actually get down and do weird stuff to get the shot.
Yeah.
Ropa, what's up, dude?
Rope is in the house, man. He's been really busy with his house thing. He hasn't been able to pop into a lot of lives recently.
Yeah, fresh cup of Joe.
Yeah, he was doing a live earlier today, and then I had to leave because I was doing some stuff on the Jeep.
Yeah, dude. My air pressure's finally come in, and super stoked about that. I actually got one. I had one in my pocket. I was going to put in the truck, and I still
Uh
haven't
huh.
made it out to the truck yet.
Dude, I might just wear one as much as I've been sweating. It's been over 50 degrees, and to me, that's like blistering hot, apparently.
Yeah, dude. These scents that we picked out are good. Like that cookie scent is absolutely amazing, bro. It's crazy.
I forgot to add one to cart when I bought that stuff
Oh, I
today.
missed.
Dang it! I knew.
Well, if you buy a high end slingshot, you usually get one anyway.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Or if you
spent
spend
like
if you spend if you spend a lot of money, you usually get one.
okay, so I should have one coming in then.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm all around this 25 right now. I gotta something's got to break free. What am I doing wrong?
I missed that one too. But I'm shooting my Medusa.
Speaking of, hold on a second. I can do this real quick. Take a little break from
There we
target
go.
shooting and do some quick shooting.
Take the time to aim, actually hit something, huh?
Dude, I love watching you shoot, man. It makes me so happy. I got my Medusa now too. I'm gonna do some speed shooting while I'm at it. Which
I
I don't know
I
how
was
you do a
trying to grab
long
my
draw
speed
speed
shooter.
shoot. I don't know how you do long draw and speed shoot.
I shoot it just like I shoot a pickle fork, identical, just with my wrist bent.
Huh. Like
Like
you twist and tweak the pouch, or is it like legit hostile?
it's high style, but it's like imagine shooting pickle fork high style. That's what it would be. That's
Okay,
how
so
I shoot
like,
it, like that. But I let my like when I draw, my wrist is limp and the bands pull it forward.
oh,
Like
I gotta try
like you
that.
see, like it's hard to explain. Like say this thing was heavy and it made my wrist do that. That's what I.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
See, I
So
can shoot a
like,
high style like this with this one.
oh, I
It's
was
just a
doing
lot
good hostile
faster too.
yesterday.
So I don't
Yeah, I
care
was
if the
doing
bands are twisted or anything. I just do it.
gotcha. I was doing good
But these are
hostile
way too
yesterday.
long.
Today, not so much. There we go.
Appreciate it, Brian. I'm just a regular old shooter, dude. Just backyard clinking around.
Don't let him lie to you. He's a legend.
If I could hold my
Awesome.
ammo, I'd be a lot better off.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now too. I'm using clay and everything's sticking in my hand. That can swinging all over the place too.
One thing I got to do is like if I want to shoot this at the tournament, I don't necessarily need to get like as good as I am with my Aries, but I do want to sharpen it up a little bit because I don't. I shoot this about 80% as good as I shoot the Aries, and I want to get
Yeah,
it up there a little higher.
dude, I really got to work on my 90 again because I spent so much time on pickle fork. Like that 25 would have been hit just about every time with my pickle fork. But I know if I put the same amount of time in with something that's a 90 mil, I'll be twice as accurate. So now I'm just like
Yeah,
breaking back down because we've talked about this. I've hit quarters and stuff before with a 90. Granted, I'm not as good a shot as you, but you know,
yeah. I mean, a 25 is a small target, dude. Like I wouldn't beat yourself up too bad if you're missing a 25. That's a small target.
yeah. But I'm used to like hitting quarters and dimes.
A 25 is actually smaller than a quarter.
Yeah.
Steel and clay. Yep. Steel. I'm shooting 3/8 or 9.5 steel.
Same, but clay.
I brought some more slingshots out here with me.
I need to band up
Grabbed what
more
was in the
mine.
bucket.
Back on. Oh, that would have been a hit. If the can wasn't moving.
just tinkering around so much, just not trying to actually shoot targets, like busting cans and just playing around shooting. One thing I've got to make myself do is every time I go to shoot now, I make sure I tell myself just let it slide out of your fingers because speed shooting or just playing around in the, shooting cans or whatever, you don't have to worry about that. You don't your release don't have to be perfect, but if you're shooting little targets, your
Mm-hmm.
release needs to be perfect. And
Yeah.
I've got out of that habit, and I need to get back into it.
Right. I've been trying to let it slide out of my fingers with high style too, just because if I let go like this, I know my thumb or my finger's going to catch it in some weird way. And high style is just something I'm not really that used to anymore.
Yeah, I'm not a proponent for high style. I don't necessarily like it by any stretch of imagination. But when it comes to speed shooting, it's definitely fast.
Exactly. It's the more superior style when it comes to those can knockdowns.
Yeah, and believe it or not, until me and Andy went to that tournament and practiced, nobody was speed shooting high style. Me and Andy brought that. Like when I was there, I was like, Andy, what if we shot high style? So we cut us a couple of pouches and started doing it, and dude, it took off. Like that's the way everybody speed shoots now.
Oh no, I did it on a
Break it.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Hey,
dang.
speed shooting is rough on tubes because imagine just sitting there doing this with flat pans. They're
Yeah.
breaking 20 shots. Well,
Yeah.
tubes they'll last a couple of hundred, but
Yeah. I mean, it. You're putting okay. So the life expectancy of tubes, everybody always tries to put a number on it. Well, imagine putting that number on something that you're just wham, 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 wham. It's going to seem a lot faster.
well, you take a band, like for example, find a set of bands that you just are just starting to crack or break up here. You can shoot
Uh huh.
those 50 more shots if you do it normally, but if you'll take it and do this a couple times fast, it'll
Oh,
pop
they'll
instantly.
pop. Yeah, they'll pop
And it's
immediately.
just the the repetitive retraction. I don't know how you'd say it. I guess repeated retraction. I
Yeah.
don't know. Either way, that's what does it to them. They don't get a
Yeah.
break.
Exactly. Like this bowl was just about full right before I started high style shooting, and then that happened.
Yeah,
That's how much I have
dude,
left
you
in
go
that bowl.
when you're space shooting with high style, you'll go through a couple hundred rounds in just no time, like no time.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait to get that new catch box up. Like my old one's still laying over there on the ground, just busted. Like that windstorm just ruined it all. I'm like, God,
Yeah, dude, it was bad here too. Dude,
how fast
sirens have
was
been
it?
going off all day.
How fast was it where you were at?
We got I don't know. As far as the wind speed, it got up to like 80 mile an hour. But there was a couple of tornadoes that went through here. One
Oh, y'all
was
had
about a mile
tornadoes.
from us at town. Yeah,
So they say we get twisters, but I ain't never seen one. I mean, I grew up in Alabama like you did, so we've seen like legit tornadoes. Everybody's here
yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
a twister came through, and I'm like, where?
yeah.
What kind of catch
Alabama
box am I
throws them
getting?
big uns at you.
Uh huh. I lived in Tuscaloosa, so I can't remember what year it was, but we had three hit Brookwood all at the same time. And I was just like, "What's going
Yeah,
on?"
in two
What kind of
thousand
catch box are you getting, Bam Bam? I'm gonna make one out of the 55-gallon barrel.
in 2008 we had the record tornadoes. There was a 217 that hit Alabama, and the largest and longest one that was ever recorded in history that started in the Gulf of Mississippi down there at the Gulf and went all the way up
Uh
through
huh.
Tuscaloosa and all the way up through Tennessee, and it was over a
Yeah.
mile wide.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bad one. I went and did relief.
What was it? 2012 or 2013? That's. I think it might have been like it was between the year 2011 and 2013 was when those three hit at the same time. And it was like I lived in the middle of Brookwood at the time with my mom, and it was the winds were so fast you couldn't even stand up outside.
Yeah,
Like people were crawling to the storm shelter.
shoot one that
Like
I
it
haven't
was
shot in a long time.
Crystal. Hey,
Shoot a Spitfire.
Spitfire. Those things are beautiful.
Take some shots with this sucker.
I got my magpie out today. If the bands break on this, I'm gonna have to go to pickle fork because it's the only other thing I got banded up.
Dude, that's one thing about me. I obsessive compulsive make bands. Like if I get down to three or four band sets, I feel like I'm gonna run out, and I just go in there and I stack them back up. But I never run out of bands. I always have some pre-made.
I typically do. It's just this past couple of like weeks, I haven't had time for a lot of stuff except for every now and again I can go live. But honestly, I usually make like 20 at a time, between 10 and 20 at a time.
I missed.
And then this time I ran out. I'm like, well, crap.
Yeah. Al? Are you going to? You making it to the tournament this year, bud?
Top Gun slings. I hope so. I've been dying to meet Al.
There's gonna be a bunch of people there this year that's like we're bringing a bunch of people this year that didn't make it last year.
Dude, I'm so excited to see everybody. Like that's my favorite part
Me,
is just to go and be with the community.
yeah. I mean, Jeremy. People like Jeremy Hardman's coming. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Al. He said, "Yeah, I bought tickets. Al's coming. All these guys that that we've never met, but
Yeah,
know online. There's a bunch of them that's
Patrick.
coming this year. A bunch. Patrick, dude. There's gonna be a big pile. Oh, something else I wanted to mention while we're on here, guys. We're gonna do a Omega Slings is gonna do like a little raffle for Sea Dog to go to state. I mean, what is it? Not
Yeah,
state.
it'd
He
be
just won
state
state
national.
nationals. He's gonna go to nationals, and we're gonna do a little raffle to get him up some money so that he can actually go because he spent his money to come to the East Coast Slingshot tournament. So now we're not just gonna let him hang out and not go to nationals. So we're gonna do a little raffle. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe in a week or two. Um, but we'll get a slingshot. We'll put it up there. Do a raffle and give him some money so he can go to nationals. It's
It's gonna be
for
awesome.
bow.
Oh yeah, he's talking about the Patrick's talking about the East Coast Slingshot tournament.
What do you say? Yeah, I'm stoked.
He rarely has time off of work, but he's going this
Yeah,
time. So Patrick
yeah,
works
dude.
on diesel engines. Like he correct me if I'm wrong, Patrick, but I'm pretty sure he does like school buses and stuff. So if he takes like one day off, he gets behind for like a week.
Dude, that's. I mean, I don't work on buses and stuff like that no more. I don't do like on my tools anymore. But the job that I have, if I miss a day, bro, like my emails, just emails alone, one day will take me 3 days to catch up.
Yeah, no. So when I worked for UDS, which was United Disability Services, I used to make design accessible home modifications for people with disabilities. Dude, if like it wasn't day based, it was hour based there. Like if you took too long, like measuring somebody's house out or whatever, you'd get back to the office and you'd have like 17 calls that you had to address like immediately.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I ever shot that metal plate and it actually spit it back out. They usually go inside the catch box.
I got mine hanging kind of funny. So it's between two strings, but it's dangled way down low.
The object for me is I try to shoot it through the hole of the.
Sorry, I smelled something and then my dog, like, yeah, it was weird. I've I've done that a couple of times. Like I'm pretty good at hitting that, but I haven't done it with a 90. Let me see if I can try that real quick. Just barely left. Mine's down at an angle though. If I had it straight up, I might be able to do it. I don't know. I'm making
Like
excuses.
that
Let
one.
me just try it again.
I ring it a lot. Like I get it in the hole a lot,
Uh huh.
but getting it clean is harder than it looks. Like yeah, I can hit a
Yeah.
25 all day long, but getting it
Yeah.
in that
But
hole
getting it
clean is a lot
through and
harder than it
without
looks.
touching any of the edges is hard.
Yep. Yep. mine constantly rocks, so that throws me off a little bit. Like I'm ringing it in there every shot. I've only got it clean a few times today.
Yeah, it's a fun little game to play with yourself. That and it makes you a better shot, in my opinion. Shooting tinier targets always is better. Knuckles bleeding again. Oh, I can't show that
I
on a
put
live
lotion.
anymore.
I put lotion on mine last night. The cold weather gets to it, buddy.
Oh yeah,
Boy, when I was shooting a lot, when I lived in Colorado, and I was at like the peak of my shooting ability. Like when I was in Virginia and moved to Colorado, that's where I was like at my best. And I was shooting every day, like a lot. My whole hand like was calloused over at these knuckles. They were calloused from the bands hitting them, just over and
yeah.
over.
Like, well, that's
Wow.
bleeding, but yeah, that's the same way. Like if you look, it's like all dried out and stuff like that. I'm
Yeah, if
holding
you
my
keep
finger so
shooting,
you don't see the blood.
yeah, like see how mine is right now. It's doing the same thing. Like if I keep
Yep.
shooting it'll callus up.
Yeah. We'll call that slingshot knuckle. How about that?
Smoke that little 12 and a half.
Thanks, babe. My wife just brought me a band-aid.
Dude, I put mine for live sometimes and they won't last like 10 minutes.
We'll try this out and see what happens. Bare minimum, we'll keep the blood off the slingshot bands for a little while.
Yeah. Am I pretty clear for you guys?
Dude,
Am I
you're
breaking up
perfect for
any?
me.
Because you don't even realize how far. I'm like 80 yards from my house. Not exactly. Well, I would say 80. I'd probably say 60. Well, from the actual modem, I probably am 80 yards. Backwoods says,
You
I'll
look
be
good to
right back.
me. CG, what's going on, buddy? Sorry if I missed you popping in the chat.
Good old Chad.
Chat's
Parachuting
going,
right
right?
now, Chad. You better be. Chad's a big Spitfire fan. I have the
Oh yeah.
Spitfire that I won second place with that I fork hit. It's it's still shootable. I fixed it. It just don't look good.
Yeah. I mean, slingshot patina, right? It gives
Yeah.
you character. It just means it's yours.
What I did, dude, it busted it so bad in the corner right here that what I done is I put tape over it and I filled it with super glue, or super glue, and I let it
Yeah.
build up. Well, instead of taking like, oh, I'm gonna let it dry on its own, I wanted to hurry it up, so I put baking soda in it. Of course, it turns it that like flashy white looking color. So now
Yeah.
it looks like it's nice and smooth and it's filled in where it should be. But if you look at it, it looks demolished, but it's
Yeah. Like
actually fixed.
it's repaired, but it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
repaired, but it looks like crap.
exactly. Dude, this wind is cutting a rug.
Dude, I can hear it. It's whipping. You can hear it.
I try to put my ear so that it's not dogs chasing dogs.
I don't think these bands are going to make it much longer either. I really, I really need to cut more bands. After this live, I'm probably going to cut like 30 sets.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut some tonight, and I also got to start making more pre-mates for the website. Dude, you wouldn't believe how many freaking pre-mates I make for the website. We don't even sell them; we just give them to people that are new to shooting,
Yeah.
and they go so fast, bro. Like so fast.
Hey,
Like
that's
if
a
you
good
order
thing
a
though, because that
slingshot,
just means you're getting new shooters involved.
yeah, dude. If you order a slingshot and you've been shooting for a while, we don't give you bands because we know you're gonna just throw them away or cut the pouch off and be done with it. Well,
Yep.
new shooters don't make their own, so we give them bands, and that's the only people we give bands to, and we still go through a ton of them. I couldn't imagine giving them to every slingshot. Like with simple shot back in the day when I would buy a simple shot, I threw them things in the garbage as soon as I got them. Like I didn't keep them, you know.
No, because once you start shooting and you realize like what your set is, like what your
And you're
taper and
making
everything
your own.
is,
Yep.
yeah, you're not going to use pre-mates. You're just not going to. Somebody asked. Oh yeah, LP is asking if I have a gasser. I did have a gasser. I gave it away. I'm going to be getting another one very very soon. I gave it away to somebody who was new to shooting, and they didn't know what to get, and I had that. I just happened to have that in my pocket, so I gave it. I gave it to them.
Bro, you just wait till you see the second slingshot design I got coming in. I actually got the prototype in the mail
Dude,
right now.
I'm
I mean, not
so
the
excited
prototype,
about
but
the T-bone already, and you're sitting there telling me there's one cooler, and my brain is like, do I buy the T-bone or do I wait for the new one?
they'll be released at the same time. They'll be
Mm.
released at the same time. We're just not going to be showing it off until they're released. I call it a proto. It's not. They're not prototypes, but we've already went through the prototype stage. But me and Mikey had one made, and we're getting ours with this next batch, and then they're going to go into production.
Dude, I'm so excited about that. But here's the thing: I just ordered the Aries, and I'm probably going to take that one to ECST because I like the way the Medusa feels in my hand. And then you're going to have the T-bone come out, and then obviously I'm going to buy it, and then I'm going to have to make a decision. I don't like having to make decisions.
Hey Kinsley, go look on my dresser real quick, my nightstand, and I have my earpod case. It says Spitfire on it. Will you bring it to me? My earbud's going dead. Maybe she can get here before it goes dead. I
I
told
just
you
missed a
I
freaking
should have
can.
checked it.
Dude, mine's got like one bar on my JBLs. I'm hoping these stay charged for like an hour.
Now the one that's coming out, Chad, is asymmetrical. It's like center hold all the way around. The T bone is a center hold slingshot, but it does have the bottom is curved. I mean, you can shoot it with either hand, but just know that the bottom tip is curved one way. It's not
Dude, the
like
T-bone
angled
looks
the other
awesome.
way.
Yeah, the T-bone looks awesome. I saw photos of it, and I was just like,
But but yeah, the other one is fully asymmetrical. You can shoot it with either hand. I said, I get yeah, asymmetrical is symmetrical, right? That means it's both ways, or is
no,
asymmetrical where it's
asymmetrical.
symmetrical is
Like,
both ways.
yeah, symmetrical is both ways. Asymmetrical,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this sweeps up.
Yeah.
I
All right.
think.
So the one that's coming is symmetrical. The T-bone is asymmetrical, but it is a center hold. That's what I'm trying to say. Like even though the handle is dead in the center, like you see the Spitfire, it's asymmetrical, but it's only just a tad. It's
Yep, they just died. Oh wait, no, they didn't. The last word you
yeah,
said
I'm
cut
getting
out.
yeah, it's because it was telling me it was running low.
Oh,
I just got the other one and put it on.
nice.
She brought it to me just in time. Now, I don't know how much juice it has because my battery apparently is dead in the case. Let me see. Let me see your was dying too. I'm gonna have to just turn it off.
What do you want to see though?
The magpie.
Oh,
Oh yeah, sweet.
yeah, it's black G10 and then linen micarta or canvas no. Yeah, canvas micarta.
Yeah, I like it.
I do too. I find beauty in simplistic things. Like if it's going to be metal, I think it should be metal. If it's going to be G10, I think it should be G10. When you start adding like G10 and wood and metal and all that stuff together, I'm like it's too much going on. Like a lot of it's really pretty, don't get me wrong, but if I'm shooting, I know how my brain is. It's like ADHD and I'm like distraction. There's metal touching G10 and it's like what's going on?
Yeah, like dude, I'm more of a simple person but I do like flashy stuff when it comes like what's the words I'm looking for? I don't like Spanish style stuff. You know, what's the word for that? Where you have a bunch of different stuff put together. It's like
Uh,
a Spanish. I don't know the name for it, but I don't like Spanish style slingshots. Like where they're not. I think of a good word. Trying to think of the word. I don't know of a word for it, but if I see it, I'll let you know that's what I'm talking about.
yeah, but basically what you're saying is like you like nicer stuff. Like you're the type of person that'll go out in the woods with a Rolex. That's how I envision you.
Rolex. For like the one the what's the name of it? The Caro that I got.
Uh huh.
This like fish netted or whatever, honeycomb. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that. But if it had like 20 different color honeycombs in it and they were just stuck
Yeah.
together, I wouldn't like that. But a lot of people
See,
like
that's
most people
that's
love
what
that
I'm
stuff.
talking about. That's what I'm
Most
talking
people
about.
love
Like
that.
if there's so much going on, like the okay, so I stick around more towards simple things just because I don't know. It's just I like simple things. I like basic colors, stuff like that. Now, granted, will I rock a pink and blue slingshot? Absolutely. But I stick more to simplistic things because if something breaks, I don't want to feel like I just destroyed a piece of artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I got a like, but dude, they like the more fancy that we can get them and keep the price down, the better they sell. Like most
Yeah.
people do like that. You know, I'd say 98% of people out there like them is just as bright and flashy as you can make them. That's what they like.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like everybody has like their own different tastes and stuff like that. Like for me, like your my favorite slingshot that I've ever seen is actually the one that you were just holding a minute ago. That Medusa that was made. Who made that again? Was it Tim Hemery or was
Jeremy,
it Jeremy?
Jeremy
Okay,
Hardman made
Jeremy.
it.
Yeah, that's my favorite slingshot that I've ever seen made. But it's
Yeah,
because it
it's mine
has
too.
like all the cool stuff that I like.
It's
The second
classy.
favorite, yeah, it's classy. The second favorite slingshot that I've seen made is the to me the dime bag. But that's all because it's stuff that I like. However, what I typically lean more towards shooting is like your standard G10 stuff, micarta stuff. But if you're the problem that I'm having is when you take metal and you put wood on it, something that's going to expand and contract, and then you add that wood in with a micarta, something that's going to expand and contract. If you're not doing it correctly, I've seen a lot of those slingshots like break. Not saying Turtles will. He actually uses a good uh, like epoxy, acrylic, whatever that stuff's called. But I've seen some makers, not shouting out anybody, not saying any bad names or whatever, but I've seen some makers create some of that stuff and then it comes back and then all that stuff is shattered and they have to repair it.
Well, the kicker
And if
is
it
like
breaks, I feel bad about it. Like that's my thing. If I have a slingshot, I don't want to feel bad if I fork hit it. You know what I mean?
yeah, like G10 and aluminum has a really close contraction rate when it comes to heat. Wood
Yeah,
does not. So, but
right.
the way to get around that is you got to what you call the wood,
Stabilize it.
like stabilize it. Once
Stabilize
you
it.
stabilize the wood, you're good. And Turtle uses stabilized wood, so there shouldn't be any
Yeah,
issues there.
yeah. But to me, it's a weird thing in my brain because I see that and I've seen some makers who don't. Right. Typically, they're lesser builders from like overseas that sell their stuff at a very low rate because they know the stuff is cheap. But I've seen some slingshots that are built that way that break, and ever since then, like my brain's just like it's too complex, it's too complicated, it's gonna break, or it goes, it's too fancy, you're gonna break it.
Yeah, dude, I just shot through the hole of that little metal plate, and it was at a like really steep angle. Like it had to be a perfect shot to get it in there. Can you see the
Dude,
wind
that's
blowing it?
awesome.
It's like at a laid back angle. I just
CG
rung it
said,
without checking.
Chad just said, black my card is my jam. Same. um,
I think my favorite micarta that I've ever seen is that cream color that Turtle has. Like that stuff is amazing. Like I love it. Looks
yeah,
good.
I like I like that jade that Hunter uses from taking shots. That jade color,
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. I don't know. I'm just not a flashy guy, honestly. I think that has a
I
lot to
like
do with
them.
it as well.
I just the more flashy, the less I shoot it because I'm afraid I'm gonna
Yeah,
destroy it. But I
yeah,
do like it.
yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with that style. It's it's definitely like a preferred, not my preferred, but it's
Yeah,
definitely
most
like a
people out there
preferred
like it.
style.
Yeah,
It's
most people
definitely a
like it.
preferred style.
Like you take example this. If you put like I love this white taking shot Aries, like I love it, I love it, I love it. But if you were to take this and put honeycomb in it and a bunch of different stuff to it and put it up beside this one, that one would sell over this one 10 to 1. Like it just does. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy how much more they sell than like regular colored slingshots.
I think that also has
Like
to do with like collector culture as well. Because
yeah,
let's be honest, like a lot of slingshot shooters are collectors, me included. And if you're a collector, you want your stuff to look nice.
yeah. Okay, I guess
But
I know.
me coming from like out in the woods, like hunting background, like that's where slingshot shooting started for me. Is I wanted to use it as a hunting implement. So when I see it in like green or a canvas micarta or some kind of G10, like my brain naturally gravitates towards that. Not to say those other slingshots aren't cool. I think they're amazing. I really do. Like the artwork on them is amazing. It's just I don't really see myself shooting them that much because, like I said, I feel like I'm going to break them or they're just too flashy for what I do.
Yeah, you just
However, I
wait
am
till you
starting to
get
gravitate more towards that.
wait till you get one. You'll be you'll shoot it. You'll like it.
Oh, I'm going to shoot everything regardless. I won't own something that I don't use. That's just that's just me. I have a slime green Aries from Hunter. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, like the
Oh yeah, the
Mojo that.
slime ones that we made.
Oh yeah, like the Mojo that Turtle makes. I think those frames are absolutely gorgeous, and I would shoot the crap out of that thing. There's a lot going on it,
Yeah.
and it would make me scared to break it.
You know, I I forget some super nice ones, dude. Like I just keep on going.
Yeah, you kind of have to,
Yeah.
because like I said, I won't own something that I won't use. Like that's just how I am.
Yeah. I shoot everything I have. Dude, I missed. I missed. How did I miss?
Dude, I'm consistently missing. Don't feel bad. I've missed like 4 out of the last 5 shots I took.
I just moved to the Aries, taking shots Aries. I got to warm up to it. Jose said, hit that like button. Yeah, hit that like and subscribe if y'all haven't already.
I think my anchor
Yeah,
point's too
Patrick, that
high.
slime green one is good.
Yeah, that slime green is awesome.
There we go. Got the 25 that time.
Yeah, I really need to adjust my anchor point. I keep adjusting my anchor point like I'm going to pickle fork again.
I'm shooting to the right with this one for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
I'm consistently shooting low.
Like I took 2 shots back to back to make sure that I was doing everything right, and it felt like I was, and both of those went right. So I normally don't look down my bands, but I'm gonna look down my bands this time and make sure, like, see if that's what I'm doing wrong. Yep, I think that's what it is. It's shot to the right. So let me. It has a lot to do with the sling because when I shoot, I use my peripheral vision to line the bands up. Like I don't look down at my bands. I use my peripheral vision. With the white slingshot and white bands, really hard to do that.
Yeah, it kind of throws you off from time to time if you're not like paying attention. Like for me with the magpie with the offset
Yep,
handle, like I really have to pay attention to that too. And then I still shoot low.
that's all it took was me to figure out what I was doing wrong.
Got it. Oh, thank God I finally adjusted to that. Out of the weeds now. Oh, here come the ducks. They're going to make their little appearance.
Dude, my ducks are always getting in there. Andy, what's up, dude?
Quack, 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 quack. That's the last 4 of them, too. We had 6, but the other 2 died.
Oh, no. Winter get them?
Yeah. No, the next door neighbor's dog's on this side. So the ducks belong to my next door neighbors on this side. The dogs were over there, and I guess they got a little anxious one day. That's at 25 again. Woo! Dead center. Oh, barely missed to the left.
Hunter is making me a slingshot now, or he's actually making it for Omega Slings, kind of. But he's making an Aries that I'm having him to do something on it, and we're gonna try it out and see how it works out. So we might have, I mean, it's gonna be an Aries through and through, but it's gonna be what we're gonna call like an ergo style Aries.
Oh, that's interesting.
He's working on it right now. He said he'd be done with it by the end of the week or something.
Dude, I can't wait to see that. Did you see that?
What?
So I shot the can, and I guess I shot it at the perfect angle where it blew the back out. But when it blew the back out, it kind of twisted and flew up and then fell down. It looked like 3 pieces of ammo just fell out of the sky.
I didn't see it.
No, that was funny.
Luke Lucas, what's up? The other day when I was doing a can war with Mikey, I shot a can just right, and I thought I cut it, but it didn't. It stuffed the bottom of the can up inside the top of the can.
Oh, I saw that. That was hilarious. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, there's been some weird stuff going on with cans recently, like what Mikey's been experiencing when the can kind of like folds in on itself. I've been getting a lot of those, and it looks like the can's cut in half, but it's not. Low again. It's that anchor point, dude. I just got to keep shooting 90s.
Ah, dang. Dude, I can't hit jack. I keep swapping slingshots too, but
yeah,
still.
I don't know how you do that. Like, I'll see you pick up like 17 different frames in one live and be like, how is he going from a center hold frame to a brace grip to a pinch grip to a modified brace?
Yeah, I just
long draw, short draw, tubes, flat bands, all in the same video. I'm like, I don't know how he's doing all that.
Jeremy, what's up, dude?
I'm back on now.
I just what I do, I don't know. I've always been able to do it. I think like my second or third video that I ever done was called something like trying to get 12 consecutive hits with six different slingshots or something like that. It's always something that
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't think I've seen that one yet. I got to go check that out.
One of my very early ones. And I picked this one up and shooting to the left. Hold on. There we go.
Still smacking that 25. I think I finally broke out of the pickle fork thing. Finally.
Yeah, dude, just keep shooting. There we go. I'm busting the 25 up right now, too.
Jeremy, how are you not a moderator on my channel yet? There you go, buddy. Fix that problem real quick.
Uh-oh. Finally missed.
Let's see if it worked. Let's see if it worked, Jeremy. What do I use for ammo? So I use a mixture of stuff. So if I'm shooting out in my yard, I'm using 9.5 clay. If I'm shooting into a catch box, I'm using 9.5 steel. Like I guess for me, he's on this side. Chuck and Steel, JB.
Yes, what I'm using.
There
I
we
keep
go.
aiming, dude, and the wind's blowing, and it's pushing my arm. It keeps pushing me over to the right. It's crazy.
Yeah, and your bands are just flapping like guitar strings. Dude, I had that problem when I was shooting in my catch box over here, which is why I want to move my catch box because that happened to me a lot.
Yeah, if you can shoot into or away from the wind, it won't do it.
Whew, I'm back on that 25. Thank God. I think I've hit like 6 out of the last 8.
Yeah, dude. When it comes to a 25, if you can hit it 5 out of 10 times, that's excellent shooting. Like excellent shooting.
I just
Trying
hit it
target.
again.
Oh, and I missed. I
I
missed.
might have to go back down there and move it over. I just missed it. Okay.
I can't. I got my bands are moving my shots all around.
Jose, shut up. You shoot short draw. You can shoot in any direction of the wind. You're fine. You don't know these struggles. I'm Jose. I'm a champion. I can shoot in any direction. I got to mess with you, Jose.
It gives you the ability to kick people out. What's
Yeah, so
up,
if
Eric?
somebody starts like, cussing my family or my mama or whatever, you just click their name and then you can get them out of here if you want to.
Yeah, I let them get away with a lot because once you delete somebody, dude, they stop pushing your channel out to as many people. It's like once they see you that you're going to delete somebody, even though they're hounding you and trolling you, once you cut them, YouTube's like, okay, well, if they're cutting people, I'm not going to send it out to as many people, dude. It hurt like every time. If you delete somebody off a channel, you watch your person's list to just drop.
Well, for me, it's a little bit different, right? So when I go live, yeah, I'm in it to find new followers. Don't get me wrong, but it's mostly for the followers that I already have, people that I want to talk to. So if they're just going to sit there and like talk crap, like for me, I'm not really going to put up with it.
I just ignore them unless it's funny. Then I go along with it.
Yeah, like if it's funny, like if you roast me and it's funny, that's fine. But I've had some people say some really bad stuff on live about I told you one of the scenarios, but basically they were
Yeah, as
talking
long as
about
they're
my
not
daughter.
spamming. Yeah, as long as they're not spamming or like for me, it's spamming like just constantly putting the same crap in there over and over and over. Uh, Making fun of my religion or like really nasty family jokes, like stuff that shouldn't be said.
Yeah, that's what I was dealing with, was really nasty family jokes. And then at that point, I was just like, I'm not really. I go live, like I don't even put descriptions or anything in my live. Like I go live just
Yeah,
to hang out with the community, hopefully
yeah,
finding more people to join the community. Like that kind of stuff is what I'm in the lives for. But if they're just going to sit there and like talk, like one guy was talking crap about my daughter, and my daughter wasn't even on live. They just heard her in the background. They started saying like some malicious stuff.
yeah, dude, they're just nasty people.
Yeah, and I was just
They're
like,
just
no.
nasty people. Like I
I had
even
that.
handle like sexuality jokes. I can even handle like gay jokes and stuff like that, as long as you don't take it too far. Like
Yeah,
okay,
like the your mama jokes. I love that kind of stuff. Like that.
yeah,
That's one of my favorite things about your live is like when somebody talks crap and you're like, hey, your mama.
yeah, dude. I
So
actually
I
had
started
one
doing
guy
the
like
same thing.
a couple of times actually. I've had somebody come in and do like a kind of raunchy joke, and I'll say something
Uh huh.
about their mama, and they both. And I've had a couple of times where they send me like $20. Say, dude, that was epic. You got a new
Yeah.
subscriber. You never know because
Yeah.
think about it. If you're coming into a community, you don't like. You're not just going to come in and say, Hey guys, how are you? My name's JB. What are y'all doing here? The easiest way to break the ice and see what kind of people it is tell a joke. You know, if you tell a joke and it's a little too raunchy, you like, okay, I know what kind of people these are. You know?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, these aren't my type of people at all. They didn't get that
Yeah,
humor.
yeah. They didn't get that. It was too bad. I'm out of here. You know, it's just a way for them to break the ice. I think
Yeah. Oh,
because it is like it's the most common way for them to get in. Is this joke? Like they'll tell a joke. You know?
so I can't talk about your Matchbox no more. No, you can do that. It's fine. Yes, you can talk about my Catchbox. I'm not a little sissy wimp. Okay, I do have thick skin. It's just I'm not in it for the trolls. If a troll comes in, you know, if they spam the comment section, I'll delete them, and if they talk bad about my family or whatever, I get rid of them.
Mhm.
Dude, I'm smacking the crap out of that 25 now. Okay, I think I'm finally past the whole pickle pork thing. Wait, what?
My wife was asking me what I was doing. I said on the live with Pam.
Oh, okay. Oh, is your wife going to ECST?
No, I'm gonna try to get her go next year. She can't shoot, so she don't. And we have a pile of animals. You know, 30 chickens, 50 ducks, freaking 200
That's
dogs.
the
You know what I
same
mean?
reason
Like
my
we have a
wife.
crap pile of animals.
Yeah, that's the same reason my wife and daughters aren't going. Is we got to have somebody to take care of our animals while
Shut
we're
up,
gone.
quit, Lily.
You don't want all those kids with you anyway.
The kids don't bother me. She's like, you wouldn't want all those kids with you anyway. It's just like the kids don't bother me.
Uh, yes, it's happened to me. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it happens. Ooh.
Whoop whoop.
I don't even pay attention if I'm hitting or missing. I've just been shooting.
Dude, I've just been talking, chilling, doing my thing.
Every time I hit that little 12 and a half, it sounds like a bell going off. So I know when I hit it.
Yeah, that 12 and a half actually makes a really, really good smack. It surprised me. I haven't got that put up because I had it in my catch box that I still need to disassemble and create another one. But when you hit that 12.5, it's different.
Andy's grandkids are coming this year. Yeah, you're gonna have a big old crew, Andy. I think that's 4 in a row on that little 12 and a half that I've hit.
Dang. Yeah,
Got this
I'm
little
not that
weird.
good. I'm not that good. I can't do a 12.5 like that.
There's five in
It's
a
like
row.
1 and 4, 1 and 5 for me.
There's 6. Let's just see how high I can take it. Oh, can't count it. I scraped the top of it. It didn't hit
I
the
would
actual
count it.
flipper.
I would count it. I'm petty. I would count it. Only
4
4. That
grandkids, though.
ain't too bad.
That's still a lot, Andy.
Dude, I'm curious to see how many grandkids I'm going to have. Because I got 2 daughters.
Yeah, I
And
have 2 daughters and 1 son.
I wish I had a little boy.
Back on it now.
Me and my wife have been talking about that for a while. Like, should we try for another one? But my luck, I'd end up with another girl. And then I would definitely go crazy because, like, aside from my dog Bo, I am the only man in this household.
Dude, trust me, I know. Like, I'm surrounded by women myself. My son, like, I feel bad for him because when I travel for work and I'm gone, like, he's by himself.
He's the man of the house, is he?
Well, I don't know how to say it. Like, yeah, I guess that would be the way to say it. Yeah, man of the house. He's got to do stuff but I think more or less my wife does most of that.
Yeah. How old's your son? If you don't mind me asking.
13.
13? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Johnny just turned 7. Kinsley's 9, 9 or 10. I'd have to remember. I have to stop and think about it for a minute. 10. She's 10 years old.
Jeremy said, if it wiggles, it's a hit. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. I have a just turned 4-year-old, and then I have a
4-year-old?
7-year-old.
Dude,
Huh?
if you seen my 7-year-old in person, you would think she was a 3 or 4-year-old. She's
Really?
tiny. Yeah, she's tiny, like super tiny.
My
We still,
4-year-old is super tiny.
when we see her, like me and my wife was talking about this, I think it was last night. Like we still look at her and see her as a baby because she's so small. Even though she's 7 and she's running
Yep.
around talking like a 7-year-old does and does all the stuff 7-year-olds do, she still looks like a baby.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I had a little cousin like that. His name was Jimmy, and when he was 13, he looked like he was like 6.
I was small.
Shoot, you're gonna see me and think I'm 13. Like I'm only 5'7", so it wiggled. It hits. These bands are about to have it. Maybe got like 10 or 15 more shots on it. Starting to stretch out. Paul, what's up, buddy? Oh, that was too low. Yeah, that wind definitely is ripping. You can hear it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's hard to shoot in it.
Wind's getting killer.
What's up, Paul? Guys, I highly recommend if y'all haven't picked one of these up at Omega Slings. They're dirt cheap and they're amazing. If you buy something expensive or you spend a little bit of money, you're going to get one anyway. But you can get a 4-pack of these pretty cheap. The cookie is phenomenal. I'll just go ahead and tell you, the cookie is great.
What was the 4 flavors again?
We got cookie, high roller. What is it? Cookie,
Wasn't
high
there like
roller,
a bubble gum?
There's bubble gum. Yeah, but the other one was like it's the same smell as black ice, but we called it something else. I don't remember what it was called now.
All right, Paul. You've just become an enemy. Okay. Should I just embrace the whole Pam Pam thing now? Because everybody and their brother's like, Pam Pam. If Sea Dog was
Got
in
one in
here
my
right now,
truck.
I'd be like, thanks, bud.
No, it's not ocean. We called it something else. I'll have to look. We went through the name so much, and before we picked a name out for it, I don't exactly remember what we called it. I don't want to call it wrong. If it wiggles, it's a hit. If it sounds like something my wife should say. That's funny. Zach says, Pam Pam.
Zach, you're on the enemy list now, too. I'm going to have so many enemies for ECST. People just calling me Pam Pam.
We'll get you a shirt made. It's got the picture of Pam Spray on it. Pam Pam.
Oh, my God.
Hunter can do it.
Oh, I know he can. I don't want him to, though. I got to stop. I'm laughing too hard. I couldn't release that shot. I was giggling. Dang it! I knew
Yeah,
I
I
was
ain't
going
really
to miss
thinking about
that.
the 40s. I got them 40s too stiff, and if I hit them 40s dead on, they never touch the backstop. It'll kick them right back out. They're way too stiff. I need to loosen them up.
What tubes did you use for it?
They're 1632s, but I got the big tubes over those to keep the sunlight because they're outdoors, and I don't want the
Yeah,
sun to cook them and break them in a week. So I put the big
yeah.
heavy ones over it, but it don't let them contract. So once you hit them a
Mm.
couple of times, they get loose and they stay that way. So it's like being attached to a piece of rope. It's like dead stops it.
Um, do you know what a trucker's hitch is?
Yeah,
Why don't you just
I'm
tie them
pretty
up with a
sure.
trucker's hitch?
Like
Why don't
on
you
with
tie your?
I use bowling knots on my. I use a piece of paracord. Like they're on a piece of paracord, and
Yeah,
then they're tied to the tubes.
yeah. But
The
what I'm
the
saying is, so what I'm saying is, why don't you use like a piece of paracord, right? And then measure out where you want your spinner to be, tie a knot on either end, tie a ball on one end, and then on the other end, do an alpine butterfly and then run it back through,
That's not the
create your
problem.
trucker
That's
stitch.
that. I know what you're saying. That's not the problem. Like I have, I have a piece of tube in between them to keep them from sliding around. That takes
Uh
care of
huh.
that. The and the knots on the outside keeps them from moving. But I covered the 1632 tubes. I sleeved them with the big tubes. Like I sleeved over everything with the big tubes to
Yeah, so
keep
they
the
wouldn't
sun from.
break.
Yeah. Well, they don't contract because they're inside those tubes. Like once they stretch out, they stay that way and they kind of sag, and it's like hitting them with like they're attached to a piece of rope. They just don't give. I'm just got to cut them tubes off and they'll be fine. I just haven't done it
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, I don't use tubes on mine because I don't want to replace the tubes that often. I just use paracord.
Yeah, hell with that. That sucks.
What, the
Paracord
paracord?
sucks. Yes, it'll
I
spit your
like it. I've
ammo
never
out
had a problem.
24/7. On your
I've
catch
never had a
box, it don't
problem.
spit your ammo out.
No, never had a problem.
That's basically the problem with this one right now. It's like being attached to a piece of paracord. It don't let it give.
Yeah, I don't really have that problem. Yeah, I mean, I do have some bounce outs every now and again, but that's usually with my last catch box. That was usually because it would hit the spinner and then it would ride the spinner around.
Well, that's because you're using paracord. If it would give, you wouldn't have that problem. Like if like when you hit that, that's hard to explain. It's just weird physics happen. I don't know how to explain it. But
Oh,
if you
you're
have it
saying with
attached to
the
something,
paracord with the tubes, it'll actually allow that. It'll keep it taut, but when it actually hits, it'll actually give to go through.
yeah, yeah, it gives and
Okay,
goes through. Yeah, and that's what
I
this
gotta
is
try
not
that.
doing.
I gotta try that then.
I mean, you can
Because
use paracord. I mean, not paracord, but tubes, or you can use bungee cord. Bungee cord works great. It's better for outdoors. I just don't have any right now. That's why mine's got tubes. Um, I was just trying to do this to see if I could keep it from cooking it.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just I got some ordered, just ain't got it yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, I have.
And it lasts longer than you think. They last long, especially the black ones. They last a lot longer than you think they do out in the sun.
Oh, I think we've talked about this before, but when you use 9.5 steel with tubes, you're using 1632, right?
Yeah.
What if you were to do short draw with it? Would you still use 1632 tubes?
If I was speed shooting,
Yeah.
yeah.
What's the drop look like that? Like on that? Like how far do you think you're getting?
Like speed wise,
Yeah,
with
when you're
if I was
speed.
going to
Yeah, if you
if
were
I was
short
going to be
draw,
shooting short draw,
1632.
it wouldn't be much. It'd probably be like 180 feet per second, probably. You'd be
Okay,
lucky to crack 200. I don't think you'd crack 200 feet per second.
gotcha. Okay.
But it's a flat enough trajectory at 10 yards or 10 meters. Like it's not going to be dropping that much at 10 meters that it's going to matter. But it will be
Okay.
slow.
So what I did on my last order, I got the 2040s that you suggested to keep the bands from breaking.
Yeah.
And then I also got 1636s instead of 1632s just to see if I could get some extra oomph out of it because I like
Yeah, they're
speed.
single strand. They are faster. I mean, they're definitely faster.
Okay. So
But
I got them natural off of your suggestion because you said you think they're a little bit faster.
yeah, yep. Yeah,
I have no idea where that went.
they're definitely were always faster for me anytime I did any testing. But the black ones hold up better in the sunlight, you know.
Zach, I really don't want to change to. So I'm very, very accustomed to 9.5, and I really don't want to change to 8 mil. That's why I'm asking about that because if I could keep all of my ammo consistent at 9.5, I'm going to do that.
I mean, I've killed a rabbit short draw 1632s before with 3/8 steel. I mean, it's plenty fast enough to do what you need it to do.
Yeah, but that's a rabbit though. Like you look at a rabbit wrong, they're going to die.
Yeah, I wouldn't shoot a squirrel. I wouldn't shoot a squirrel with it unless I knew I could get an eyeball shot, you know. But
dude, squirrel is. I don't understand this. Explain to me how a squirrel is so much smaller than a rabbit, yet a squirrel can withstand so much damage, and a rabbit
they're
can't.
just like any tree-born animal. Any animal that lives in a tree is always going to be tougher. You look at raccoons and possums. Look how tough them suckers are.
Oh, yeah, you got a
You know,
point.
like
I've seen a
anything
raccoon fall out of a tree like 60 feet and be totally fine.
Yeah, we have the same squirrel out here in this hickory tree. I don't know if he gets drunk or what he does, but he'll get to the very top of that sucker, and it's a good 80 foot tall. I mean, it's a huge hickory tree. Takes 4 people to look. I'll show it to you. Look how big this hickory tree is. I mean, that thing is huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's a hickory tree. That's not an oak tree. That's a hickory tree. And like he'll get up to the top of that sucker, and he'll fall, and it'll sound like a shotgun going off when he hits, and he'll bounce, land on his feet, and take off to the woods. And he does it
Jesus.
pretty regular to the point that me and my wife call it the retarded squirrel because he just something's wrong with it.
Dude,
Like literally,
I'm pretty sure you can drop a squirrel from outer space and they'll land on their feet and still run off. Like,
yeah,
I've never seen a squirrel die from a fall ever, and I've seen a lot of squirrel fall. It blows my mind.
Yeah, they're tough as nails, dude.
Whew. All right.
Break them?
It's getting cold.
Oh, I thought you broke your bands.
No, but it's close. It's close.
I have a metal target sitting way down there. I'm gonna shoot at it real quick.
Actually, I haven't taken a shovel shot all day.
Think. Chucking that think at the point you just tip your head. Get shot falling out of a tree. Yeah.
Oh, that didn't quite make it.
Bam, bam. Who are you shooting with? Chuck and Steel.
Oh, hi, Hunter. How you doing? Yeah, this is Chuck and Steel, JB. The person that got me into long draw, and I modeled my entire long draw shooting after this man right here. Also, one of the owners of Omega Slings, so where I get all of my slingshots. So if you don't already follow him, follow him.
Can you see that, Paul? I'm trying to get that metal target spinning. I'm gonna get it spinning real good, and then I'm gonna shoot through the center hole and see if I can get it through the hole while it's spinning.
Dude, that's gonna be crazy. Yep, I'm paying attention.
Let me get another
I'm
piece
watching
of ammo.
now. I gotta watch this now.
Get it on the bottom. I don't know if I can load fast enough though, because I'm wind blowing. Keep spinning, keep spinning. No, I can't do it fast enough.
Dang.
I grab some more ammo. I'll try it one more time. Maybe if I keep ammo in my hand instead of. See, it didn't even spin good that time.
Yep, getting in
Yeah,
the hole's
I
tough.
did get it
Yeah.
through the hole, but I'm trying to spin it and get it through the hole. But I can't load like when I'm shooting my regular style of shooting. I have to get that pouch in these fingers. I'm not one of those guys that drop my slingshot, put it in my hand, and move it around and pick the slingshot. I'm not one of those guys. But I mean, I can shoot like I can load pretty fast and shoot. But I do have to have that thing just right in my hand. Like it's got to be perfect before I can release the shot. So, like, see, I can like we'll just watch. I'm not going to try to hit nothing, but I'm going to just pull back. I mean, I don't have to have it like super, but it does take time. I do have to have it right in my fingers. Where if I'm shooting
Oh,
high style, I don't have to do that.
hi, Coin. How you doing?
Oh,
Also, Coin, I hope you didn't take me too seriously when you won that competition. I said it was on site when I see you. I was joking. Just so you're aware. I wasn't being serious.
oh, he's thick-skinned. You can do this if it's real windy. Just shoot with your bands twisted.
I tried that and I got hit real hard. I got hit real hard. I don't know how you made that work. It doesn't work for me.
What, twisting your bands?
Yeah, it doesn't work. Not for it doesn't work for me anyway.
Yeah, I only do it if the wind's blowing really, really bad. Like to the point where I need
Well,
to
let
take a
me ask
shot
you
and can't
this.
wait.
Let me ask you this. When you twist your bands, I'll wait for you to take that shot. When you twist your bands, do you go like out or do you go in?
Don't matter to me. Whichever
Oh,
way,
okay.
like if I shoot and they're kind of like tangled up a little bit, that's the way I go. Whichever way they're tangled up, that's the way I roll it. But I don't just roll it a couple times. Like roll it until it makes a tube,
Oh, okay. That's where I messed up.
and then when you draw back, it'll be a tube where you're anchoring at, but it'll be flat down there where you're aiming at. If that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
It'll
yeah.
be a tube up here, but it'll be flat. See how it gets flat down there?
Yeah, okay. That makes more sense now because I only rolled mine like twice when I did it because I was dealing with wind.
Yeah, I
And
roll them up about that much.
I straight up smacked the crap out of my hand with the pouch. Not with the ammo, just with the pouch.
It's rough on your tubes, though. I mean, on your flat bands.
Oh,
So
I imagine it is. That's a
I
lot of
only do it.
friction going on.
Yeah, I only do it when I absolutely have to.
Coin, did you have fun hanging out with Jordan? Those two got together not too long ago. Have you
Oh,
two discussed?
Paul, a clone, 100%, dude. I'm not being murdered in my sleep from an AI robot.
Mm. Yeah, but then you also have the clone that's trying to figure out if you're the real one or not, or
Dude,
wants to be the real one. Here's my thing.
anytime,
I wouldn't do it at all.
anytime anybody has ever asked, like a real AI, not this fake AI crap, but real AI, anytime they've asked them what they would do to help the
Oh, that
human
would
race,
destroy the world.
they destroy us every single time. Every time it's been asked, they'll just flat out say it. Humankind don't need to exist.
Yeah, it's either they destroy themselves, or it's either help us destroy ourselves, or they destroy us for us.
Yeah.
That's
What if my
that's
clone
what they.
doesn't like me? I mean, I would think that it wouldn't be I'd like everything exactly the same. I think they would make it so that you have control over the clone,
Yeah,
dumb it down a little bit or something, I don't know.
yeah. Well, JB, it has been an hour and 20 minutes. Oh, I hate to leave. We got 92 people in here, but I
Well,
kind of
bro,
have to
whenever,
because I am currently freezing right now.
yeah, bro,
It
whenever.
went from 60 to 40, and I'm standing out here like I'm looking like Mikey, just just dying. So I'm gonna take this
It's
last shot real quick. This will probably break the tubes because they're already getting chewed up pretty good. See if I can hit that 25. Actually, we'll go for the can because I know I'll hit that. And I missed the can. All right.
Take a look at it. It's a steel target.
All right, guys. I hope you all have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. You want to say anything, JB?
I appreciate you having me on, dude. It was fun.
No, I appreciate
I
you
needed to get
coming in.
I needed to get some practice in the wind anyway.
Dude, I need to get some practice in general back with the 90 mil. So that was good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Stick around. T-Bone's coming soon. And another slingshot, which he won't even tell me yet. So follow the Omega page, and I'll
Yeah.
talk to you guys later. All right. Peace
We'll
out,
see ya.
guys. Bye,
See
Bye
ya.
JB.
Bye.